Have you ever heard of the Divine Mercy devotion? It's a powerful message of God's love and forgiveness that has touched millions of hearts worldwide. But did you know that the nun who received this message, Saint Faustina Kowalska, also had visions of the future? One of her prophecies, tied to the year 2025, is now closer than you might think, and what it suggests could change the way you see the world. Let's travel back to the 1930s in Poland. Sister Faustina, a humble and devout nun, began experiencing extraordinary visions of Jesus. He instructed her to keep a diary, which today is known as Divine Mercy in My Soul. This diary isn't just a record of her spiritual journey, it contains profound theological insights and stunning prophecies. Jesus spoke to her about his immense mercy, but also about the necessity of justice for a world that refuses to turn back to him. One of the most talked about prophecies from her diary involves a specific date, 2025. This isn't just some random number pulled from thin air. It's connected to a significant event that Saint Faustina was shown. But before we get into the details of 2025, we need to understand the context. Saint Faustina's entire mission was centered on preparing the world for what she called the final coming of Jesus. Now, don't get alarmed. This isn't about predicting the end of the world. In Catholic theology, the final coming refers to the ultimate judgment at the end of time. But before that, there's what's known as an intermediate coming, a time when Jesus makes his presence known in a special way in the hearts of humanity, a time of great mercy before the time of justice. Saint Faustina wrote that Jesus told her, "You will prepare the world for my final coming." He spoke of a time when his mercy would be offered to everyone, a last hope of salvation. But he also warned that if humanity rejected this incredible offer of mercy, the day of justice would arrive. This is the core of her message. First mercy, then justice. So, where does 2025 come in? It's linked to the Jubilee year. In the Catholic tradition, a Jubilee is a special year of grace and pilgrimage, typically held every 25 years. The next one is scheduled for 2025. This isn't just a coincidence. Many who have studied Saint Faustina's writings believe this Jubilee year could be a pivotal moment in salvation history, a culmination of the period of mercy she spoke about. Think about it. The message of divine mercy was given to her in the 1930s. The devotion spread slowly at first, but then exploded in popularity, especially after Pope John Paul II, a fellow Pole, championed her cause. He canonized her as the first saint of the new millennium in the year 2000, and even established Divine Mercy Sunday on the Sunday after Easter. It feels like the Church has been building up to something, preparing the world for this great message. The 2025 Jubilee is themed Pilgrims of Hope. In a world filled with so much uncertainty, conflict, and despair, isn't hope exactly what we need? Perhaps this Jubilee is meant to be a global beacon, a final, powerful call to embrace God's mercy before a period of great trial or purification. Saint Faustina described a vision of a great darkness covering the earth. She wrote, "Before I come as the just judge, I first open wide the door of my mercy. He who refuses to pass through the door of my mercy must pass through the door of my justice." This imagery is incredibly powerful. It suggests a clear choice is being presented to humanity. The door of mercy is wide open, inviting everyone in, regardless of their past. But that door won't stay open forever. Could the events leading up to 2025 be the final call to enter that door? We see increasing turmoil around the globe, a turning away from traditional faith, and a rise in ideologies that leave no room for God. It's as if the stage is being set for the very scenario Faustina described. The darkness she saw could be interpreted not just as a physical event, but a spiritual darkness, a loss of faith, hope, and love. Now, it's crucial to understand that prophecies like these are not meant to scare us. They are a call to action. They are a loving warning from a God who desires that no one should be lost. The message isn't, "The end is near, so panic." It's, "My mercy is near, so repent and trust." The prophecy for 2025 isn't about a specific cataclysmic event happening on a certain day. It's about a spiritual shift. It suggests that the Jubilee year could be a final, concentrated period of grace, a worldwide opportunity for conversion before the world faces the consequences of turning its back on God. This period of consequences is what Faustina called the Day of Justice. This doesn't necessarily mean fire and brimstone from the sky. It could mean a period where humanity experiences the natural and spiritual consequences of its own choices. A world devoid of God's light, left to its own devices. So what can we do? Saint Faustina gives us the answer. First, trust in Jesus. The signature phrase of the Divine Mercy devotion is, "Jesus, I trust in you." This simple prayer is a powerful act of surrender and faith. Second, be merciful to others. Jesus told Faustina that we must show mercy through our actions, words, and prayers. We are called to be channels of His mercy in a world that desperately needs it. And third, pray the Divine Mercy Chaplet. This is a special prayer given to Faustina that asks for mercy on us and on the whole world. It's a way for us to participate in this great work of mercy, standing in the gap for those who are lost and confused. As 2025 approaches, let's not look at it with fear, but with hopeful anticipation. Let's see it as a powerful invitation, an invitation to deepen our own faith, to share the message of God's infinite mercy with everyone we meet, and to pray for a world that is walking in darkness. The prophecy of Saint Faustina is not a prediction of doom, it is a roadmap of hope, showing us the way back to the heart of a loving Father through the open door of His mercy. Whether this Jubilee year brings a dramatic spiritual renewal or is simply another step in God's plan, the message remains the same. The time to choose mercy is now. Let's not wait for a sign in the sky or a great catastrophe. The sign is already here, in the pages of Saint Faustina's diary, in the image of divine mercy, and in the quiet call of God in our own hearts. Let us make the Jubilee year of 2025 a personal jubilee of returning to God with our whole hearts. Thank you so much for watching. If this message touched you, please share it with others who might need to hear it. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more content that explores the depths of faith. What are your thoughts on this prophecy? Let me know in the comments below. See you in the next video.